horror. It's one of the oldest and most primitive human emotions. From the shadows of campfires to the stories of ghostly apparitions whispered in the dead of night, we've always known how to terrify ourselves. But for a year now, AI has crept onto the scene, pushing me to make an eerie claim today, one that you might not have heard before. The unnerving idea that AI isn't just reflecting our worst nightmares in a new horror genre. It might be evolving to create them.
Eerie Aquarium has warned you. Subliminal haunting is our game.
I know what you're thinking. Horror is about emotion, storytelling, tension, and anticipation. All the things AI lacks. But perhaps that's where you're wrong. Perhaps that cold, mechanical detachment is exactly what makes AI horror so disturbingly distinct and effective. It has none of our hesitations, none of our emotional filters, none of our empathy. It generates what it's told to, or more terrifyingly, it generates what it misunderstands. And therein lies the beauty, or rather, the terror. Because what AI has been producing isn't just a poor imitation of traditional horror. It's something altogether different. It's raw, it's abstract, it's unsettling on a level that human creators simply can't reach because we, humans, are bound by our own experiences, and we certainly don't have the same access. Whereas AI is bound by the endless labyrinth of its data, inherently ignoring our expectations as it goes. So why does AI horror already deserve its own genre? Let me walk you through it. First, AI doesn't create with intent, and that's exactly the point. While humans meticulously craft stories and visuals to build suspense, AI stumbles into horror. It misinterprets, miscalculates, and warps reality in ways that our minds instinctively reject. You see, traditional horror relies on predictability. Yes, even the jump scares. But AI, it defies our logic because it doesn't operate on the same emotional structures and rules. There is no judgment. Take, for instance, the Uncanny Valley. Humans can replicate this effect in movies or art, but we understand exactly where the line is, so the creator will make a qualitative judgment, a validation, if you will. They cannot but try and answer the question, will this work as intended or in any other useful way? AI, on the other hand, marches straight past that line without hesitation. It knows how to manipulate human faces and worldly visuals, but only to a point. And when that point is crossed, the result is something deeply unsettling, with details too fragmented and confused to be imagined by one coherent human mind. This distortion, this mechanical algorithm's inability to understand, is exactly where its power lies, and it represents, in my opinion, the characteristics of this new genre. When I prompt AI to create unsettling images, it often delivers more than expected. Because it's not bound by the artistic conventions we are. Instead, it forges its own terrifying paths, exposing corners of imagination that we, as human creators, simply can't or won't venture into. Some of you will say that they certainly can and will reach further, and it might be true, but the path carved by any creator is based on their initial ability to imagine, whereas AI just teleports us effortlessly and psychopathically into otherwise unreachable places. I say unreachable not because they match or surpass human imagination qualitatively. Absolutely not. and we've established that in previous videos. What I'm saying is that these places are unreachable because they steal from the fringes of numerous styles, imprinted by influences that are so diverse that they become unattainable by any one artist. Again, it's not better, just different. Categorically and effectively different. To go even further, AI horror doesn't need a narrative. It doesn't need a beginning or an end, or even causality or a rational passage of time. All it needs is the glitch, the next pixel or the next frame, the involuntary departure from expectation, and suddenly you're in a nightmare. No build-up, no explanation, just raw digital fear. We mostly agree that AI is unable to replicate or to match any human ingenuity. But do you believe that any human can match these visuals? Can a creative mind make those senseless leaps in any medium they choose? I know it's impossible because I tried. And trust me, it's not even debatable. So why then should AI horror stand as its own genre? Well, think about it. Horror has always been about exploring the limits of human fear. Genres like analog, psychological, supernatural horror, and others, each stands with a distinct visual style and expectations. But AI takes it further. Its unpredictability, its lack of emotional attachment, its propensity for error, and its data-driven visuals make it the first truly unnatural form of horror. And that is precisely why it is so unique and effective. So when we think of genres, AI horror is visually identifiable. Its camera movement and animation are certainly recognizable. Its particularity is that it doesn't care about logic, storytelling, or empathy, and it doesn't build tension in the traditional sense. Now here's the twist, one that should make you sit up a little straighter and fill up your glass. We are the ones feeding AI this data. All these fears, all these images, all the stolen art, they come from us, from our archives of collective horror. AI is merely reflecting back what we, as a species, have built over centuries of storytelling and creativity. But here's the kicker. AI might already understand what we fear better than we do. Let's not underestimate the analytical capabilities of AI. Having access to all of humanity's digitalized data, if well analyzed, can potentially change the entire basis of unnerving visuals. What happens when the machine analyzes too much? When it starts to depict synergies and connections previously unknown to us? What if it becomes able to predict not just what we prompt, but what we don't prompt? What if, one day, AI starts creating horrors that it knows will disturb us before we even know it ourselves? What if it discovers new types of provocations to induce fears? Let's be honest, AI is learning at a terrifying pace. And while it may not have creativity or emotions on its side, it has something perhaps more dangerous. Access to a data-driven insight into the fabric of our collective mind. So, is AI horror already its own genre? Absolutely. But the real question is, how long before it starts generating horrors we never even knew, we feared,